urire buhoro twakushemera mnonga kushanga kasheshe nkaka twine izoba ryo katane biro 30 yo kwezi ko kubanza ku 2026 kandi ukwezi kuriyo nukwa uko kubanza na wiki turiyo tujihendera n'ikintu chikwe mnonga kushanga utireho tayari west izoba nkeri ryo katano ukore cyamane mnonga kuja ngo nobo twine ku rwo kubanza mpaka urakatano program Tusheshure ndio review akamsime hamwe na Martinebye nzakubantu bahereza kandi biri kufa umunsi niyo program yonka iri kugambara ebishire kandi ebikuba bishurije umireje ukubasa kwereza amakuru agarugo izo no rakatano kandi ntwenda kwaramzi habanywana bitu Abasalamu, salamu alaikum, alaikum salamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Izoba ni izoba ryo kuza kushaba ego abana kandi ubwire bwo abana baciriye mu buhumwe mweke mwa baramzi baza kushaba bamanye dini yabo kandi twenka tayari west binire ntebe kanisa twine program yitu ya dawa na Sheikh Yahya ukongera kwegesa dini y'Obusiramu kandi nahurire Mungu Ramadhan iri around the corner ubwire bwona ni twija kubatebe kanisa zayo ecyanyi konka katanike program Tusheshure rireje Martinebye
je kamsimo rireje Lebo atari DStv reka mpamwe yori uko reireje rahanga atwire mu icyo yakwereza n'amatsiko ibindi byonana basa kutangitira round Martinebye kaptosha na Olivia Kamsime kutwara mshahiti yo kubanza ya program Tusheshure kandi mshaheze twityaho ibiri kufa umtanga cyawe Kamsime
Ezo nura katano.
Nura katano ibiri makumyashatu.
Friday. Shana barebire white smoke.
Kwezi kwaza kwa. Ukwezi kwahwa. Cyama isangwa abana baza kumurika. Cyo ni kimwe cya kabiri. Bigezo by'icyamushanje n'ibishorera izoba confirmed. Umakagumu bimbezo wihanga shayitano Ivan Yisigana aza kutereza biri kufoko. So mbwenu tuyini jonga yone yo kurgata ya DStv cyo ni cykwitya utosha kumanya ngo biri kufomu ihangari yawe n'ugushanga mu studio yawe
okumanyisangu erizo no rakatano still bango it's a Friday abantu bakozere mirimo bacera baza korondo kubarabeho so ubwiro rakatano nana jathat kameni nkora final touches kuza weekend kandi ariyo na white smoke zaraye no kubanozereba bank zitari zimwe na zimwe abantu kandi bari kutunga kasente konka ariyo na barandura dabategeriza kabo amashanyarazi n'amizi nabo na hati bills ziriya hostegerize kandi still abana ndahumurika Martinebye turi kuza kandi kugumiza muna Tusheshure tayari west bwa hategarikire kandi abakujanga yagabura konka tugace kandi twabikora ubwa hati abakundini imaisa Valentine's Day no kurebeka
Valentine's Day hari niki
Martin ore msmau na chocho tugambire tukimanye ngo kumanya Valentine's Day abasmau bina kachiko kuba kugenda bakazo umurchiko bakumangule bro bya Valentine bakagaraka Valentine yahwiro nimwenjija kubacenge cyumukuba mu abamwene bacijaguza kecuro cha rukundo mbwene so mbwenu nkatayari west bwa hati ntuza kuba nitwe ntuhereza abantu bitu
abakunde
yes ko kacuri kiti ekikuno kwata ka video okerecordinga uri kutugambira uko abazire bawabo babwine rukundo yabo kwe kushemeza kandi niwe nuje kuba wabateka aha rukaro kugira ngo baste kuhangora ukuza kumara
abo ko basa kugambira Valentine batagitegereze is it specific ni cyabazire bonga
antuza kuba ntuhereze barabo wateresu
abo kuba hari umuzire uyina bwana bwe buna akakuruka ineme yake 10 ubwo n'umuzire hari umuzire Kamsime ubwana bwe bubiri umukura ineme yake ntugamba abazire bona
yes
mbeshatu wogo wakana kemyake naza kunominatingwa
awe naija kufunora nominating naza kuba najirati konka still
ntutecho niyo chebembere
team yoni twena kujiranga yes kandi team yetu
just nani ndo kuchinjenje sana nyinkachijwaraje program Tusheshure Kamsime kandi ko bagambira bakundwa tayari DStv nangwa na radio zeitu banyakigezi FM turiho na Tayari FM tubainire kisya icyo kwetebekanisa kiro cha Valentine cyo kubaho urubero
15 14 sorry 14 14
ebyo kwezo kwa kabiri nizoba ry'abakundwa nizoba ry'ebirabo nizoba ryokore ko umuntu wawe rukundo kandi Tayari West kwebereryaho abo rukundo mpango ye kwinire ayo yakutekatekaho yareba ngo izoberyo abantu bace bashatu Tayari West nisha kubakora ecyamagero ni batwara mu Queen Elizabeth National Park ni baraza yoko numurara numwetera umuhabati numuyijitse byenyima numugambera nebyo meisho muri umwanya murungi numanya kuba no gambera umukundwa wawe byo meisho engwe iryaro bajwaho ikurire na West TV niberiyo nikutebekanisa iwe cyo inekora tegereza experience za kwihurira umesho hukacyaho kamusimi piro iyo
erebe kankonkani yo twasigara umuzima wenjongejo kasigara umustinje men's association ntendo mwako ugire nko kuwagera reka tugumizemo no kumanisa ngo amurebo wa Tayari West kandi byizo ibyashitamirwe ibiro bishatu hamwe n'ibiro bina umwaka gw'2025 ibya primary living examinations aharishaha itano zakasheshe bija kuba kandi nishohora mwenu ba candidates no kubizusyangu obwirobu mwitebekanse kuba murebe kangu mwayakira byo mbagira no kusharure mwabibiri because wareba ubwiro bamara kuiho mu November muko kubanza mpako ku 12 baka hato muko kubanza wire bwagenda konga ka pressure does the pressure increase or it decreases
abana kuko abana bahati kamusimiro by'abakine pressure ngiye yitu no hati ninjira ibyimpurizana kubyagira nibikabanta hihi charetira abantu lifestyle kuhinduka buri kimwe kubanomo tingumanya hakiriyo nabana barukugwa
yes
bariyo
we cannot be equal tukayingana kuko rebengaro zitu zitakwingana nitwe tukayingana ngati kumanyisa ngo umwana okugombejezo nabatini bwenje abasakuba yarebo nabasakuba class umweti yabcenga konka wamteka handa shining cyo kurebera bakare nakarishura mbakijana bahinda hindura maro umwana wo kushanga umclass kumushomesa social studies bweno gonono nanareba nka uno mhandikira French kandi ari kumanyura nyankore kongo cyumusiya kumjoti banzonka njirejo laptop tine cyakujumanya ho konkoreba umwana ayine skill yo kugira ngo nabasa kutereza ikintejo so abazire numanyisubwa abashomesa aba candidate classes nabo bine muka pressure hati nibenda grade Z bajanga last year tukateka mama gitu wenu hato mwako gurhango twijuke konka ruhanga byena nako bikora kandi abazire buri kimwe kirije mu cyakire utakatwaza kubyo mwana wabo kugira ngo kiyabire nayenda kandi ecyuwa beno ina nko muzire cyashikira kureka no kumushadika kandi no kugira ngo still mugumize mwetebekanize kutwara abana mu secondary school zo kondera abana imyanya abo kuba ukumuruka bija kuba ukwebero 10 aha abana b'amashomero bona onkani njira aba bakwa bamazire P7 abo mbabine ubwire bwabo kurgira aha karicura so ebijezo
kanashoti ukumuruka kwabo noshoti nako ndebere bakugamba kamusime ukugira aha records nzori kangwa abana emitwaro 8 emitwaro 8 na gumwe kanana 10 nibo basitamire buzo ibiki bina cya mushanju ibyo mwaka kwa 2025 andeki mcyori kangu hakabaho ukwiyongera umunamba y'abana ababiri nibashitama wageragera nsoma ko 2025 n'2024 akayongeramo ubuceka 2 n'ubuceka 5 aharigana ukuriga aha muhendo ubwo mitwaro nshanju na mwenda na kashanju bina ananabana babana ba primary bikibina cya mushanju abashitamire buzo umwako gwo
yes then tugaraka hanshonga ya Martin
kamsime tutakagire mushongejo umbana abo abashitamire buzo abana emitwaro 828 bishatu 98 nabishiki andi abana emitwaro 38 na kenda bitano 89 na mwenda nabuju irkoreka ngo abana babishiki abashitamire ebibuuzo by'ekibiina kya mushanje omwaka oguhwire nibakira abaana ababuujo
Tusheshure ngenda ijo omwaka ogwahwire tukakigambaho kugira ngo still nture percentage y'abishiki bwa hati eri ahiguru kukira eyabojo abwenshonga izo tubenti mangu number 1 okushomesa omwishiki ko kugira amaani mingi konka abo abojo nibazahi because one orebe nambe y'abishiki na n'eyabojo oreba ngo hariho gap mpango mnonga kana wagumzamo kagumzamo aha olevo karabojo abashitame n'abishiki abashitamire tureba ngo kandi abishiki still bakiri bingi kukira ahabojo
kamusime abana babeshiki kukira ahabojo n'ikibuzo cyangwa munonga tikumanya ko oroine eshonga habwenki nikiba kitiyo konka nyewe ninteekateka ngu maybe n'omukuzarwa abeshiki n'omuzarwa abengi kukira ahabojo
ate bakabe mbakiraho nka ratio ya 4:2
and n'ekindi ekyo tarikubaasa kuguritya meisho generation egi eine okwegyenzera ikabitabura generation yona buri umwe nohura nagamba aha mwana w'omwishiki abaana babojo waza munonga omu byaro hariho abazaire na family zaabo abaine liberalization okukureba gavumenti ya Museveni okwerukwebembera nekuhereza akasinge konka akasinge katari regulated omwe nikarugamu obuzibu abaana nibingi oku omu byaro babojo bari omu maka g'abantu nibariisa embuzi at an early age abandi bari omu byaro nibetwara nk'abantu b'amaani bwanyuma y'okuruga omu mashomero so ningira ngu machazi kibaasa kuba kiri ekyabuzima ngu abeshiki nibazarwa bengi nyija kwongera kucondozaho niza kutwara nka rifaro nka case study konka nyewe ahinshomeire hona abeshiki nibakira abojo bwingi
konka n'okujanga
kureka hati noreba primary okwo abeshiki barikukira abojo ekibuuzo ekindi kuturi kugenda ntweyongera omu maisho oreba bakyendera omu classes then beija bagaruka baba bengi aha universities ahabo kugira ngo abojo barikukira obwingi nibabranching
bagumana bashoma nibagita
kandi nabo kirikureeta ekyo abazaire sitera amaisho bagateira aha mwana w'omwishiki nagira omwojo atiiwe reka nkutware omu by'emikono omwishiki wanje abe nakikora
nashoma bakirazayo kureetaho empinduka mpango maka gabo kukirana nabojo
kokagera ango iwakirira kamusime sitakagire hare ebibuuzo by'omurundo ogwo birelate aha biro omushanju wagerageranisa n'obyashwire omwaka guriya ogw'2025 ebyabiri bibiri 2024 ninyijuka ngu bikaija bikashomwa ebiro 23 by'okubanza omwaka ogw'2025 konka noreeba erizooba n'eby'omwaka n'ebibiro 30 that means no week emwe late then ekindi eky'amaani n'okugira ngu senior 1 eza kutandika kugaruka aha mashomero kurigirira aha Ministry of Education 2016 ebyokwezi kwa kabiri
konka ninje ekyokukyererwa n'okugira ngu tube turi omu by'obururu wadde wa exercise nasa kuba yahwire kare konka season 8 twiremu kuruga 2015 mpaka hati
Ministry of Education netebekanisa obururu
not kugira ngo binetebekanisa obururu nomanyi hangaribe abantu babe bari busy omu bintu byokuronda obururu omu bintu so as much as Ministry of Education tekutebekanisa ebyobururu hati mwenu babe bakuririzinga ebigezo bariyo mbatera akaruru ka president konka kandi noreba still bongize n'ebiro bajango kurugirira aha biriyo nibigenda omu misho n'obururu kugira ngo for the safety of our children abo abana bitu nangona n'abashomeza kugira ngo still babase kuba bakora emirimo yabo bayiha biro 2 bateeka aha biro 10 ebyokwezi kwa kabiri so okukyererwa somehow somewhere ninteekateeka ngu n'okugira ngo tube turi omu bwire bw'obururu konka hati kubize kandi buriyo nibuhendera kandi niko kuririzinga ebigize so nkimanyisa ngu n'ebya senior 4 eshaha yona biyo nibyija tutyo tukora terena n'ebya senior 6
kandi iki cyo kwijitya abazaire no kugira ngo ebibuze ibintu basa kubitungira hasimu yawe banyuma ya mama Janet kubishozo mu butongore akasimu kawe notsindika message hari mukaga 00 utunge byargo mu kibuzo ecyo mwirere wawe utandika kumutebekanisiza kumanya yaba bwira nyanje nazayo ninga takuzayo
weza ekikuru no kurebeka kandi n'ekindi
naza meri hiru tarukuzayo naza ntare skuru ninga nagumo 8 cents Rwanga SS
tine bintu bibiri ari umwana kuba akozere max zikamutwara hashimye kuza konka fizitazini
cyona cyora
hariho kuba atakozere cyo konka innocent ari kuba agerezeho konka sente zo zine zo kuza mu ishomero konka cyuko no kugira ngo muzire cyuko no koreka ngo umwana wayihaye wamutwara umwishomero ryo kubasa iwe ko muzire nyenja karotari
izobere yanyuma abaziyo ikitongore kiramuzi cyo muzungu ahita judiciary ukine bono gamba
tizoke gumza
nimbasa kubizera
it is okay gumza
wone cyo wonoka wonoka abazire
it is okay gumza
kamsime izobere yanyuma abaziyo ikitongore ikiramuzi ninga judiciary shobora irihanga ngo imishango emutwari 16 na kashanje bushatu 5 na mukaga ikiriyo kuri yo mukoti tekagarikirwa
imirimo ikabakiza amani
amushango ejo imishango emutwaro mushanju na mukaga iri mu high court ndije imishango emutwaro mukaga n'inkumina rwenda ashatu na mushanju iri chief magistrates court kirkuretaho ukwerarikira umustongore kiramuzi nangwa no kugira ngo nikibasa no kuretaho uburinganiza baguma butatungirwe umukoti zihanga
babahereze kandi kurahiza what Chief Justice Dr. Flavian Nzeija njya inshongezo ande turebere na jang time frame ejo nayo n'inshonga nkuru yo korwaho kandi mu reforms zibakutekateka korwaho plea bargaining nayo n'inshonga
plea bargaining n'inshonga nkuru munonga yibosere nibagambaho konkana bashobora ngo hamshangweji mshangwe mtware nakakaga 5 8 2 ni mwe eri mu ukike bakwita backlog ibintu nkiza kubimanya represent gufte kabiri na mshanzo no buceka ceka cyana mukaga harigana ukurigira hari umukuru w'ikitongore kiramuzi Flavian Nzeija doctor
Martin okwe twargayo twine echo twire
kot census tini ki yakukangamo
twireyo kandi tukubimanya twireyo
no mayisa munugo byose
abantu bariyo mbehome bashitami konka imishango yabo tekoze
Dr. Flavian Nzeija nagira ngo egikot census mugasho go kugikora no kwenda kumanya beine mishango ki budgetingire bata ekitongore kiramuzi ukurebeka ngo imishango egi yabasa kukendera abo kuba kuko wagamba n'ikintu cyose rene kigamba kunkati kintu kiri aho cyo kwisimse so kuba rukuzo mu code census kagamba ko nakakuru code census
kuba ari mishango twirone ikorwa
kasiyo mu matugaho nyuka nubumbanize kahura so kurigira ha umukuru w'ikitongore kiramuzi Chief Justice Dr. Flavian Nzeija agira ngo code census egineje kuyambaho umbwirebwe ukutebekaniza ekitongore kiramuzi bari kukikora entebekanizo mu muringo gwa sente eziri kwetengwa kurebeka ngo imishango yabasa kukendezwaho umukoti zihanga abanyarwanda babasa kutunga uburinganiza unugamba kikamutsime
na twantureba nasho abagambere nashonga ya polisi ukutwara abantu bakakoma kandi ukucondoza kwashanga ngo tubakuteka mu mani kandi abantu bari yo kombe home nayo n'inshonga nkuru munonga inshonga yo kucondoza na mnonga mishango etari yemwe nemwe nayo n'inshonga nkuru kugira ngo abe byo kwerinda barebeke ngo bajukora tara Martin ari inshonga y'abeno gambaho kandi nyumwabaziyo erebukirweho umukoti sorry erebukirweho umwishenjero nyumwabazi ishengero rishitambere kandi nibinji ebugambiro konkare katubaze tuze wa auditor general abwabwineho na right honorable speaker Anet Among barkwanjura imbariro yo makugwe 2025 sente nyamwinji
bari mu parliament ningo mu office
sente nyamwinji ziri kwingana 50 billion zijenzere abo kugura ibyoma ebitari kukora omarwajo ga gavumenti
zingahe
150 billion
za dola zite zaega
ekindi ari enshonga yibagambireho okushanga Martin oine tabeji same brand konka Martin tabe yawe negura miliyoni 10 eyanje negura miliyoni 5 ncheretwa cyeshonga nkeje kugira ngo odito bwabene ashobora azira ati ariho ebikugurwa ukashanga ngo kunuya nibigura ka center akakanda baba purchase ngira sentes ejo nayo neshonga nkuru munonga
urwo oditagen mbaririzo bitaho bya government
Edward Akwai kandi ekindi eshonga dije indebere nitabanya Uganda tujurumu wade abahiguru nabo binesho bezabo abanya Uganda kubaretera PDM abamwe bakakosa sente umuringo kubashime kubamba kosa bazikosa abo kuba no mukwanjura kwe agize ngo hariho nankasa koze mizumu they are there but you can talk zishanga ha ground
shako
yes
zitashi Kamsime and Martin Association.
Yes. Koka a ground. So eventually
utajeno na gamba har groups ezirikuha center mu government is government irikutamsente.
Yes, za PDM. So eventually bishat. Esente zikugenda bari kupurchasing ebintu kandi bikabura gukora. Ekindi abanya-Uganda babonka kubahereza sente konka bakabura kuzikosa ebishire kandi nebintu kushanga ngo nanezo projects ezimu tizuru eziba kuteka yo mu report ngo bari mbazikora
amusime think manyobora rebera umwana w'umutetsi umwana w'umutetsi n'umanya umwana w'umutetsi nabasa ko bari yaho mu yinu muzana nazana n'abandi bana ishe ninganya na kwara aretwaho atere kiboroko
oshengo bamute
sengo bamutera kuno nayenda ngo umuzeire we ninga whoever ugo wataha mu butaro amuhereza attention irukukire y'abandi mbwe nati turiye mtutanduko mwaka abanya-Uganda barigere kutora nabebembese
true
odutageno ayena atere nduru ngo bushuma bwakorashye
ababwinji
ikigambo ubushuma kikahinduka nomo muyangereri ya Uganda kamusini hariho tari kukimanya ngo sente z'imyuga ukoshanga nibeta abanyamakuru ndini mpeke kurebera
tukabarebaho
ushanga group y'abanyamakuru 30 hatari umunyamakuru noko mbere no yenda kumanyisa ngo abantu abari yo parliament bona tarho oine information ejo ndini kweke kurebera
batakumanya maybe no
nbargankahe
no kubanya
manye kibi no kuteka ngo abebembe zaba beine industrial area yabo ibar ko baheshamu bakeza bakashora bakeje mu kushaba karuru bayima yo kushaba karuru bakagenda abana abantu abosuru muri itwe nangwa no warabe nabatari kutaha muri mbara for example ko ngo bwirebwa karuru ninga Christmas kwehika
agaruka
ata yurahuriro mwebembezi ahafuro ya parliament na complaining aha sente z'imyuga tizirarirwa batarbo
abantu abamo
tizirafire buri umwaka gerata
akabona makanzi y'isente zisheme kwanzi yambo
muntu kandi zirina revolving fund kugira ngo nizigarukayo ni utakatungire n'utunga
kandi uriya yasiga
okwakobeire okukoma abantu aba barire sente ezo mujyamu niziribwa bahasha tuba tuyine gomborera yitu gomborera tugete masha
ndeka kosa example y'abandi jete KY kakose y'abandi
haramu katuje ni town council haramu town kiraka na staff be hata buri umwe na ronda y'umunyabuzare amuzayiningira n'endanga muntiye bakora association y'abanyamakuru tayine nangwa na certificate yo kwandika script y'amakuru
takumanye bukugenda
sente bazikwata bazihayo abebembezi abari mu parliament for example bamanye ibintu ibi tubaruko birwanze
batakorgayo
kwerekana bargayo no batere nduru kuturabe tukiri aho n'aba IGG nabo nibaza kwijana bo bekoreye imikono bagera bwo bushuma bwarenga hata nibaranga tukoreke
nyoka ninjira ngo mwebembeze
nyewe katerananga nkoreke
nyoka ninjira ngo umwebembeze ashemeye kuba still nakora tereshonge jo nareba abantu ababonyine kwenyine bari kugira ngo n'abanyamakuru nibo bari yo association age ningani
nangwa n'abanyamakuru abashyikira bazirire n'igishahata bakashasharaga
ninganjire ngo abanyayuganda n'ubazira ngo sente
ikintu ekiri kumanywa buri umwe. This is public information twinota kukimanya hati umuringo reve yitwashyikireho iyo bushomanku zo mwihango just no kuboroga uhagero warembesereza konkata hariho buriyo bwona ubu kugira ngo ikintu kijakoragaho nigumane yongera buri trillion mwendano zo zibirwe hata ntujana hija kwibuye 10 ahara budget bigumane biba bityo nushangano bakugira ngo budget yo nabagibire marwaro tariyo mbazi umuntu agenda ariyo mukazi
machine zitakora marwaro
bazigura zitakora
bazigura bazitayo tuzikora imirimo yazo
nibyo ndiye ni kugambira icyo kubanza zone zugurwa when haba hariho plan haba hariho due process yo kugira ngo betsera akakika kakwebembera irwaro batebekanza machine bamanyango kwera kwija twinaho kugitanaha
umushaho wo kugikora haro
umushaho wo kugikora hono ugu tubakutebekanza kureka ED wirwaro kamusime hamwe na staff ye ko bariko barango habaho miliyoni 200 z'icyuma bakamenya ngo ntaza kwija batwaraho kwigana icyuma babanza bakirita tubantukirebaho ziriya miliyoni igana zigenda hata wanyuma yecyo yicyoma kwikaho hatutandika kutebekanisa ngo nureba government katecyoma kokati twine kuchita nangwa twine no kukikozesa ezaho imyaka 2 sete zihanga zigabwa zagenzere so inshonga yo bushuma ndebere twasigira amashita tukito bushomankuzi kwaba twine bebembeze abarwiringa kurwana so bushomankuzo mwihango mukamusi
kokamanya hati abantu baburije batahira umushukuru wareba ngumbariye sente babura kuzigararayo konka twicirize
utakagenzere speed ibutora kumanga buri kimwe cyo na kino mutwe
konka mawota temere mizi tokachiyayo waje na notema branches umtugoni ndimara
atekezo bucyo bushomankuzo kamusime umutwe numo hariye mizi
watemera higuru abahansi notekateka ngo
watema higuru imizimazima ni bita cyo yo bushomankuzo mwihango ngo kutema natoroka higuru wetse takatunge
cyendo tandikiro mizikonka
approach UPDF koze sebere bino gimanya abo ba head ba departments abinyi bari mu cyombe
hati twicirize ahamu arabanta babasize kubana baganyurwa on project za government njoko kurigirira aha speaker wishengero right on Albanita Aneta Mong arakugira ngo abantu binji abarigireyo nibarebe nkora ya PDM kweba yambire ni bamwe abantu aponjiro bushagikina mnunga ekibina cha NRM
so tugamba abantu kamusire
nibo bwire babas actually kurigirira ruwe azungu bwire enshongezi chondozwe kandi bazirwanise kugira ngo buherezo kuba butirwe because irwaro nirizaho umuntu waburisho okutunga bujanje sente za PDM nizibanzihebwa umuntu waburisho okwetungura keyihumbura bajiro kubazi kumyo muhanda kimanyise umuntu waburisho takwijaganyirwa mu bwo bworo tureba umbanda bamubwa hati
umanya ubutubandisho my economics nangwa kanji garahasi kitarivo ya O level kamase kabe ni definition ya demand willingness backed by ability gambo na bibiri willingness na ability hato hebuze ubushomankuzo kugenda twishongora buri mwaka every financial year bishongora ubushomankuzo auditor general's report ubushomankuzo nubwije now ikitaroho niki na ability twine bebembeze bariko basa kurwana so bushomankuzo mwihango ninga tabarkwenda
willingness
so hat ansaho kamusime niwe jini kamusime izobere ya nyuma abazio parliament stile shitamire parliament omukushitama ekikuru ekyamaani kiberekereho okugamba hanshonga ya post election violence lwanyuma y'akaruru abantu kababuzire abamwe kandi batugira ngo nibarira ha kishaka kwari kuba ari yo mu kishaka eki yahuriro wacuruza akurika ataha mu kishaka ekindi abereho kandi se bigambo if I may say hagati ya minister Chris Baryomunsi minister w'ibyamakuru hamwe na lead of opposition Honorable Joel Senyonyi kutira munonga hashonga y'abantu abo ababuzireho ahashonga yakavuyo hamwe no kwirangira bwanyuma y'akaruru.
Yes, leader of opposition we kandi Honorable Joel Senyonyi azengubo kandi ngecibina cha National Unity Platform ubwo hati ba deputies babo babiri barimo wa Western Uganda baburuza misho tabakorebekaho kandi na Robert Chagulanyi Center mu aba presidential candidate ubwo hati ekaye torirwe abebyo kwerinda tubakwikiriza abantu kuzayo kubareba ecyo bagize ngo bacetanke chome abo kuba abantu batakuzayo kubareba kandi nabo bari abatakushohora tumayisa ngukanda aho ubugabe bwabo babwakwatwa mukonka kandi umukuru David Muhozi agire yamugaraka mu cyo kubanza ngo amakagacago ntituchome kandi ikindi Dr. Chris bari musogo wanorebaho nawe agire yashobora ngo government tibene shongana
babo ndacyaguranye yayina nataha yaba akikuzire kubakiri yoko nagumayo kinesho pitati kumanya koro ine kaka klipa ko kakatuzandaho umurebe wa Tusheshure akabasa kumanya ibisibiro mu parliament izoba iri yanyuma abazyo kamsim
the good doctor Minister of Information is here with us. My party leader, after the election, his house was raided, the Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert, who is an OB of this house. He managed to sneak away. I kept seeing the military, I kept seeing the Minister of Information here saying no one is after him. But as they were saying that, the military was continuously descending on his home, raided it, broke into it, beat up his wife and family members. And the following day, the minister and other dignitaries were saying, no one is after this man. I said, look, just like I have made it succinctly clear, no one is above the law. If there is an offense that the Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert is suspected of having committed, whether it be running for president, some people think it is an offense that you can challenge the Bush war general, and so it's an offense. Whatever offense it is, why don't summons get to be issued to him? So that then he's able to show up and is charged. Honorable Speaker, yesterday, his siblings tried to access his home. After the minister again said, no, all is well, people can access. His siblings went there yesterday. And police officers, several of them deployed there, they said, we don't have authority to allow anybody to access his place. I want to know, is it official that the Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert is under house arrest? And for that matter, people cannot access his family?
He talked about many things, including that the home of the Honorable Chagulanyi is a prison. But I want to say that, first of all, a prison presupposes that there are prisoners in a premise. That home is not a gazetted prison. The Honorable Chagulanyi himself is not there. So I want to state categorically that that home is not a prison. There may be inconveniences, and security may have reasons for their presence there. I think those ones we can iron out, but the home of the Honorable Chagulanyi is not a prison. Two, abductions. We don't abduct, we arrest. So if you breach the law, you get arrested. And we can account for all those people under custody. They may delay to be produced, but we don't abduct as government.
Is that there are no charges being preferred against the Honorable Chaguranyi, and the state is not looking for him. He's a free man. That's the point I made. He chose on his own volition to go into hiding. The state is not interested in him. Otherwise, the state would pick him from wherever he is, because we know. We have technology to trace people. But because we are not interested in him, that's why I said he's free to be in his home. At the moment, he's not at the home, but he is free anytime and members of his family. There is a light deployment at his home, not to harass anybody, but for Ugandans not to use the home as a public disorder hub for purposes of security, their security interests. And therefore, there is some access control. Because again, also when the head of the home is not there, you wouldn't want the whole crowd of Ugandans to just swim there. So there's some control, but harmless. So, leader of opposition, your leader is not wanted by the state, and advise him to be at home, provided he doesn't engage in law breaking. There is no problem with that. Secondly, the ROP doesn't qualify to lecture me in this house. You don't. I thought you had to make it. Okay, you got that.
Right on, Speaker.
Honorable, I haven't allowed you, please. You haven't. You asked when you were seated. No, just first sit. Because you see, when you stand up, you access the microphone, you remain standing. You need to first take your position. Colleagues, we've been moving well. This shouldn't be an exchange just between the two colleagues. Honorable Yomons, please wait. Honorable Yomons, wait. Honorable Minister, wait a bit. Yeah. Now, the problem I'm seeing, honorable colleagues, the problem I'm seeing, it seems we prefer talking to each other on microphones and in the public. But we are colleagues. We are colleagues. I don't think, Lope, you call General Muhoozi here, and you refuse to speak your call. Oh, General Muhoozi, you call Lope. Oh, Honorable Jomunsi. Because now what we are doing, we are exchanging before the public or the Prime Minister. I think let us also use other means beyond the cameras and the microphones to help our colleagues, to be honest. And we have resolved very many issues that way. So I request, Honorable Sarira is telling me accountability is on camera. Please, yes, look.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. He is attempting to intimidate me. Obviously, he will not succeed to intimidate Joel Senyonyi. When he says...
Koka, but then you came to anyway, to our gun need to change it. No,
Minister Kulisi or national guidance. Ashuburije. Honorable Chaguranyi, Tino Kumuhiga. Government teri kumuhiga kandi yagira ngo nabe byo kwerinda abayahamaje abaki ngini nkotinge bigambo bya Naibo Chris abaki abayahamaje bari yo kureba ngo amakaje tugakozesebwa kwendeberagero abantu kubwabwandayo bakatandika kutebekanisa kwendeberagero bihanga konka government yo teri kuronda Chaguranyi teri kumuhiga ni yariteine nawe kakwate yayina nayigumirayo hana hamuhobusinge kwara kundi kurigayo narigayo nataha nagaruko mumakaje.
Yes, ebyo nyose yangwe
ikindi kwebuza kureka twabantu kiza ko banja karuru
ashiwe ayiwe norengaro kamiringo anyway shana kubaraza umukoti
bakabanje
bakabanje
kwesherekana ko kubasa ko bakuriye umurimo kuko banje kandi
nyawa mwene njante let's leave issues of the generals to the generals no baba yo kubaramba abe kwerinda no baba yabwenje bariyo makaje kanuriya namanya bwenje yeresherekera
kongana umurebe wa tayari west nayetenga kumanya ibirikufumu yanga
nibyo bito twabagambire shongero
ndoke mukumukayishe wakwata bible warahira unoza kugabaha
yes
muri kasheshe shahimwe mpaka shahire
tingu bashara
of course tokushara
yes ndi magambira abe byo kwerinda no bagambe ki kandi wowe nagambe kiryarwo so umurebe wa tayari west yashaheje no kuziangubanya nibitabambaraho kasako okwezo kuko kubanza nibagera ngo twasigaze cyuruje mu cyonga rebeka ngo wabashira kandi ni wabasa kuba no tunga akasente no ibicira akasente orukwigura account nabo kandi orukwiguraho emigabo etargemwe nemwe bine promotion yatanjira mu kwezi okwa mushanje umwaka ogwire kandi ja kubanehwa umukwa kashatu umwaka ogu shikaho oyigure account kandi oyigure emigabo miliyoni 10 miliyoni mukaga bakwinire berabu byo mutano mndonga ebirumu okuhangura piki y'amashanyarazi harimo kuhangura interfresian harimo kuhangura emfaraso tireho na TV screens tireho na nembuzi kandi niwe rukujerote ubutwahezo ko kubanza ni harafuta kandi no kwa kabiri niwe n'abanywana banje 15 tube twine akasenta akutukwebicira niwe bakwinire ekirabo cyawe rebeka ngo ashira bambaraho kazako aho murembo rwambara har garage street ubase kuba kandi niwe nubigitaho kandi niwe noza umuciba kweta amane economy no banyesente kuzukugenda okuzukutambura abo kubana bakuhereza no bwenje okuwa kubasa kusevinga ukabika kasente kawe okuwa kubasa kacumi tahantu kakabasa kuba nakakura ukashanga ngombwire bo misho niwe tokurra ngutoyire muna 10 omushaho abona bambaraho kasako abarukushangwaha umurimbara kandi ekitongole cya National Medical Stores ekiri kujunanizibwa okujanjaza embazi omwihanga wahati babasize kubana batamza embazi bagiteka amarwaro amahango iwe chikuru no kurebeka ngo wachebera ahirwaro ryanyu ubuze kanindeba website ya National Medical Stores nibagirangwa embazi yashiraha iringaye ubwahati abantu bashema ahari kitagata General Hospital embazi yabasize kubanekayo abantu ba Padel tiriho n'abantu ba Terego abantu bambara abantu bari Antonde abantu barubirizi okoyona embazi yabashakwanekayo namnunga amarwaro amahango kandi umusheyo mbase kutunga ubuhereza gumza mnoshebera ha website ya National Medical Stores okutunga ebirukushira program Tusheshure tugumza mu twinire binjo mishaho ngo bwahatire katuze kunywa ahari Ankore coffee ntugarka otarga
kurugera kimumbugi mu bwenshoza Ankore Uganda ahi ensinembe honungi birukweza burujuma rw'umwani ekitarya handi burujuma n'uruhingwa no gwegendesereza kandi rushoromwa ry'abahingi kurinda itaka hamwe no kubaho bukogo ahara Ankore Coffee Producers Cooperative Union ACPCU nitweretera umwani gukarangirwe je gunusere gwinaka hoho komutindo hasa gutebekana gweje kora birometendere hikere ukongera birungo byitunyamurungi abahingi n'eminyeto nobahwerwa Ankore Coffee omunkora yo kutungura byaro nywa umwana umurungi kumutano ogwa Ankore Coffee ugutafuhirirwe n'imibazi ogurkwamagara marungi kandi ogora kusya kiroto cyawe buzimeki n'ikirungo cyitu cyo buhangwe cy'ikere kwenda kumenya birukukeraho tera note 8 note ishatu note 5
We're kicking your year off in all her glory with more because we got you.
You get it?
You know that. We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone with an upgrade on us just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DStv, we got you all the way.
neighborhood. Near stagnant water and mosquito breeding sites, malaria lurks, always waiting to strike. But fear not, for here comes Mr. Vaxa, the ultimate protector against malaria. For years, malaria has been one of the biggest threats to children under 5, making them weak and even putting their lives at risk. But now, the government is introducing a new solution, the malaria vaccine. The malaria vaccine is now in the routine immunization schedule. The malaria vaccine is administered in 4 doses at 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and 18 months. This vaccine will provide extra protection against severe malaria. And don't forget, routine immunization protects children from many deadly diseases. Every vaccine matters. Visit the nearest health facility for routine immunization services today. Mr. Vaxa, the malaria vaccine is free, safe, and ready to protect our children. Will you join the fight and complete all 4 doses? For more information, call the Ministry of Health on 0800 100 066. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
Mukakari, tandikizo baryawe na program Gogonoka.
Right, ganina katanya zitano wanyakigeze FM tuanjoro kwakira kandi no kutanja mu program eji ya Gogonoka.
Alright, abatwetegura kuzakora imirimo itari imwe n'imwe, abahinjira iyo netegura kuzo musurwawe, oriyo wa boda, oriyo netegura kuzakuvuga okubasa kubano isi yaohereza abantu umurimo gono gukora no kwendeza ibintu byonga no kuja ngo gono ko yananuro rwo mu kitanda obase kuba noza gukora
kosa bagira ngo bafana agenda amagurika mugaya nabwo tegezereke ngo sakwano gicu wayikorera muri yakasheshe no mabinji na agenda rimwa kugici yakora amerwa byona urayajya tentasi kabura ataka sindi kakabura
ndandika kwetombita kandi kinyo kwetombita kuruma
cyangwa munonga generation yite turimo yo nyetanye n'ibindi byona nibashoge ndimo no kubwa 10 nyaboneka bakwireze kozo baguma mu kostambi nabwo turakure
je bare iwo wimukiye kandi niwo takiye mu cyentwe cyangwa rwo mu kitanda bazamura umugo wawe uze kuchapa kazi na bidii
Mukakari, tandikizo baryawe na program Gogonoka. Igani nakatonye zitano rukunde gumeho. Tandikizoba emirimo urugendo ninga kahumuro neco kunywa cha chituzi yenywere chituzi ohurema twenge aha mumiro nichikurwa kurwo mu chituzi cha shitake amajani hamwe no bwoki konjoro bunuzi hamwe no mutindo echi nichikurwa ba chituzi farm company limited aveine teknolojia nebyoma byo mutindo chituzi drink echirizibwa chitongore cyo mutindo muihanga echa UNBS kandi neshangwa mu maduka na supermarket zono muihanga kushubura tera simu noti mushanju munana mushanju bisha twina bitana shatunemwe ninga noti mushanju munana mushanju bisha twitano 00 mwenda
Otaferwa aha tayari west
bantu banje abajja munu baganda banyoro batoro banyankole basuga n'abandi barugansi yayiza ahero gonze na Tanzania nibaje hano gukora ibyo buhangwa nicyo kurora harimo ebibebyo ebirimu machande birimu buro nebikobe ebyo baskets and calabashes and guards ebi bikozesebwa abantu abaje hano abyo buhangwa batu nyowe ngoza kubasubura enzika runde ntabaza yo mukama mumponderege mpora mukuru omuntu ono nuwembaye nimbazaho ayazikirwe hano kumara emyaka 12 kuruga bamutekayo hano akabajwera akakofira akabajwera nati bakyakahwire nkakukaye
Yegurra Zuku TV decoder na satellite dish erizoba aha kabeyi kace emitwaro 89 zonka kandi Zuku decoder aha mitwaro 8 zonka rero shemererwe obwo rwerebera channels nunji nka series ezabana music amahure agaloko hamwe na gaheru yihanga nezindi nyingi yerebere Zuku smart aha mitwaro 12 zonka Zuku smart plus aha mitwaro 16 Zuku classic aha mitwaro 25 Zuku Premium amtware shatukakaga na 5 yegite aha Zuku erizoba buzima oshemererwe.
mukahumurako ntugumza mna program Tusheshure ndio livya kamzime hamwe na matinebye kano kugira ngo rakatano nkoru weekend ejirebe kangu wagura ankore kofi abokubo maduka gona erumu kandi nawazo mu supermarkets nobasa kushoppinga umbwinji yonabeka yabo weekend bagendere kurunji omukasheshe nuna ankore kofi umwazi yaho nutaho kace
oyigure mitsi
imima bakubana mukozesa buri bwo kunywa bwo kumanya kakuyamba kugaruka kuba fresh buriro mwana na jeta sophisticated drinks arobe nakora budget yobjenyi koka budget yobjenyi bwaje kwara objenyo abakuru ko mukanisa
kamsim
koka ukurgo mukanisa ngenda garuka wankore ko konka ukurgo mukanisa hari abantu baburija kuza kuja kutaho objenyi hati babuza budget keho minota and soda mwakora mta ngo hati numureba abantu dubujanye no bwarahanga no bucenga abantu ngo apana age budget niteho gushora ko mwahagijera kugira abantu bona bahikwe abantu bona
aromututa kuna amazing
apana arabakwende byo kunywa byo kushemererwa
two different things kamsimu sasa rukutahataha hariho ibara anobuginyi wono ndakusinda nozombara
what used to make
nantebekaniza obuginyi wanje terms and conditions ezo wanje nizo zirukora kora butebekaniso wawe
as Africans nk'Abafrika tuyine ibintu byaje gukora obuginyi echo kurya na necho kunywa as Africans
that is water and soda
apana nogira ngo abwe baye barete nyungu
nukugira ngo kunywa bitakabiri we bindi
abantu baje ngo hatumuhongereho echo kubanza hari umwana oguro mongereho ankore kofi abo bantu bateko kunywa ka kofi
ejotic mayat kamsimere kangambere watebekaniza omukoro gwawe abantu gabura kubatekera ka evening tea kandi specifically karamo ankore coffee ugo mukoro nukuba gushemera kunagwaho abantu bakagenda bakagutsinda
ebindi nibiza kwizera muntu kubantu bere bakonka ebindi bese sophisticated drinks nebya wonke chikutumanyire ngo budget sophisticated drink na vivraho
abanyeshuri kamsibe turiyentuza omukashoshere cyakatuga bagomwe kandi rizoba tuzakakora umurika kumero mjezi witu Onesimus yahabwe ine ikiganiro na mukuru w'ikitongore cya Mezi ikiri kujanza Mezi umuyihanga cya National Water and Sewage Corporation ntabwo ninyisha kwita manager shobore sewage yo kanta kureba no bajanja zingiri ya sewage nvije abagamba buhereza bwa Mezi kariya ka sewage tingma akakora riyari ubwa Onesimus yahabwe aine Godfrey Tumheirwe manager wa Mezi mu district ya Kakumiro ndagamba buhereza bwa Mezi mu district ya Kakumiro iwico inekora no kugumata ya DStv obutuma wa Mezi obwa Kakumiro no bushana no butuma wa Mezi obuyisingiro bushana no butuma wa Mezi obwa Chenkwanzi bushana no butuma wa Mezi obwa Simba bugumata ya DStv kandi mbishoka cyaho tujja ko batwaraho kabare nyuma bazitu bitubaraganise sentaro kandi yenda kumanyisa ngo irizo tumine nyuma ziteganise mu byoma by'abajungu twamukubikirira izoba shayisha tuzakasheshe tujja kumukuretera yuco inekora mu mata ya DStv
arshaitana ho njija kwantu batwaraho kandi mu State House na Kasero yaho ebiru kugendo misho nebyashoboze bw'abakozire bata amashomero gakozire gata konko murundo kunjumera umuze ngo kujana ngaho mu byezo bakabyiba tugujumero mu izine rya Yesu abana bona ntushaka bahike kandi babase kuzo mu secondary jotamina
ntimba majo
jotamina so tari western zakwa tubukwinire je live kandi utakayebwa ngo twine na website obwa hate yo kubasa kuzaho ukatunga amakuru gona na programs zitu zona www.tayarinews.com kandi nanemitimbaga ndijo Tayari West Facebook Instagram X YouTube aho ntuba tu live ekikuru rebeka ngo wa subscribinga YouTube notification ekubaneje kugira hataro program Tusheshure hataro okushoze bigezo byabe cyamushanju hataraga mushanju hataro chekecha hataro twiniche extra hataraga enshonga byona program zona za kubana ushanga kandi nona app ya Afro Mobile okugira ngo buryo umwe nabasa ku downloadinga abasi kuba najukoze
mu weekend yaho.
Yes, weekend ekigambo sophisticated drink
program Tusheshure umshayiti kubanzana ndo matnebye hamwe na Olivia Kamsime kandi kuko nakushobora ntugumiza mu na program Tusheshure nakashosheri cyakatugaba gomwe Nesi Master yahawe kugomeka komera.
Utakasibire tubizusengwa bakundine tubinire package kandi no kugira ngo base kuba n'umusheme Martin tumango le Mustinjement Association abantu abarkwehuzya ebironkebi konka twineho shonga konkitwe
kama kuru marujya gimbe inire no kugira ngo tayari
yes
ugwitu gukaba go kutebekanisa abandi bakakope chitu kutebekanisize kintu cy'amani munonga tanayanganye we Kamusime nebisira kunteganise bibi ya Valentine konka tayari nanye yampo mugisha
pana you will make things right
umwana ni surprise
so mtahiwi turebeka ngo areba tayari obutosha kandi recordinga aka video utugambire abazire bawo ko babwine cyo kushemeza harukundo yabo kandi utereze n'inamba yabo tuje kubantu ntuzana aho program eje ya Tusheshure nitwe kandi ntuje kutera amasumu tubendeze cyo kirungi cyabakundine kandi icyo gija kwa cyabateka umudro yokuza kurama no kutayaya no kwejusi ya rukundeje
ya Queen Elizabeth no byamya hano mukundwa wawe engweri yaha
hari henjojo
ekukumere njojera hariya ni kurigatse kigere mbwenu ka experience karungi twabantu tutanduko mwaka kandi no mayango amakagara mu rukundo school fees teri kubasa kubura
tubango school fees week madam fees rakatana no Valentine's day ai bambe reka tubendeze weekend ndungi tuzagaruka horo kubanza je Olivia Kamsime hamwe na Matnebye na team yona twide job kato Peter Omubwati kandi na team yona iturukora nabo gwa hati reka tuzumugashonshe cyaka tugabagomwe wataragaho.
Angirira iwo murebe wa tayari witu omurungi yabare gumano tureba kandi no kuraterana program zito butosha na une mitimbagano yitu ya internet okongera kwetegereze birunge bye bitukuba nditukuhereza kandi hamwe nebikushemeza ugisiro no kumanyisa ebirukuba nibifa omuyihanga rizoba turi mu district ya Kakomero kandi twendaganira hanshonga zamizi mbwenu twatunga omugisha muhango kubantu tuganiraho na manager wa National Water and Sewage Corporation hano yo mu district ya Kakomero kongera kutushoborera inshonga zamizi zemerire zita mu district ya Kakomero. Kakomero ne mwahari za districts ezabiri niziteganisibwa ekizibu cyamizi kandi ubutwatungire akagishaka ntwenda manager agero kuyatutangarizamo obwahati amizi gahikira mu bantu bari kwingana bata abantu bagoborire mu bata omizi na nezini nshonga nyingi munonga iziri kwetororera ahamizi mu district ya Kakomero nyondo Nesi Master yabwe kandi reka tuganire na manager wa National Water nikwe hayongere okututangariza manager nakutangirira ishaizi siyaho basi tuyongere
yabare munonga mazina ni Godfrey Muhairwe manager wa National Water and Sewage Corporation abo Kakomero district kandi ndashimira kuba umurundo gundi kuba nemwe kuganira anshonge squatrine na maize mu Kakomero district.
Okay nkoko wamuhurira manager reka tutandikira ha ikiganiro kitu ahanshonga zamizi inshonga zamizi zemerire zita kuba Kakomero abantu abari kurayenga munonga hari za boahorozi ombwire bwenyumaho bakabine kizibeki abamwe bari kutambura ingendo ndingwa kuronda mizi abandi nangu bari kunywa mizi gize babari gagabana n'amatungo hatiye mbere yemerireta ahanshonga zamizi omuri Kakomero mwamara mubwireji mwamara mubwire cyuraza kandi mizi garigata
ayabare munonga National Water ekaje muri Kakumiro district umwaka gw'2023 mu kwezi kubanza so ubwo kwezi kurukwija tsa kusitse myaka 3 so obutoija tukatandikana na Kakumiro town council na Kasambia sub county na Chikora sub county na Narwa town council tuhagarika twayongeraho Kisita town council Pasana town council na Nkoko town council so kweza kuchwara uko kuturumu batongera hendijo sub county ya Mwitanzike so nizo areas is gazetted under national water nizo areas ninga niyo myanya ninga ngoma gombora na town councils national water heri so national water ni kora umumyanya ningo mu towns ningo mu sub counties agachairwa minister wa water and environment the areas which are gazetted so nizo areas istora bintu gambaho so areas ninga town councils ninga sub counties outside that Kakumiro district it's not our area of jurisdiction so we are talking about turiyonto gamba nshonga za mezi umumyanya ina kugambira arugo so obutoija engumi 2023 the coverage of water around those sub counties and town councils was around 23%. Konka now it's about 40% water coverage. Huko butoija tukakora extensions nyingi. The network was about 108 kilometers. Network ya maize umyanya jina kugambira but it's now at 131 kilometers za pipes extensions. The extensions are pipes tukozire umyaka 3 ito amurumur Kakumiro it's about 32 kilometers the pipe extensions so that's why the network length has increased from 108 kilometers to about 132 kilometers so echo nkimanyisa ki ebyaro bingi bishyiruha amaizi abantu bingi abayo batayine amaizi bakozire ki batungira amaizi and more people more connections have come on board huko tuija tukatwina about 950 connections is about paid but our number of connections now is none. You get it, so that's over 1,000 plus connections, number of connections that we have added that were brought into national water grid. Ekyo nkimanyisa ki ngo abantu bengi bongere kutunga ameza bayo tagatunga ebyare byabyo tagatunga because so far we have about ibyaronka 15 that have been that we have served, that we have reached. We have attained amazing but through our extensions muri Kakumiro town council muri Chikora sub county muri Narwa town council muri Kisita, isn't it? So ebyo byaro byona twongere kunanga ku extending out agakombi ari about 15 of them. So 2 weeks back tutongere more 5 kilometers za pipe extensions zikuza kutwara Kasambia. So we are extending water from Mitembo to Chikamba in a distance of about 5 kilometers za pipes zikuza kutwara so that abantu ba between Mitembo to Chikamba and the different parts za Chikamba trading center abantu bona batine maize bayinobona na maize but immediately after festive season we are going to lay those pipes 5 kilometers and we're expecting more 20 kilometers of pipe extensions this financial year. So that means that abantu bengi baza kutunga maize. Okay, habukwa itunga national water moto yeitu negira ninga phrase it negira ngo buri muntu wena ashime ko natunga maize water for or not water for some. Burumuna Uganda wena munya Uganda wena ashime ko natunga maize. Tukugira ngo amaize naga abantu bacya barunzurwe muno water should be for or not for some, and that's what we are working towards kugira ngo abantu abanya Uganda abatayine maize omyanye tairwe kugira ngo bona by kwa maize, okay, through our programming a project to running a national water control ibarukweta SCAP 100 that is service coverage accelerated program. Project government area funding through national water, and also national water has been through our internally generated revenue kugira ngo twa extending amaizi ombyaro bingi ebitaka kiro maizi omyanya yaterwe Ministry of Water and Environment. So that's what we are working towards. So twine town councils nk'ibiri izina umuriezi zina gambara izitaka tungire maize nkampasana nkoko tene system yona kunga turiyo tukora project mwitanzije yo kwereza maize mwitanzije town council. So uko kwezo kwire even this we have been drilling boreholes pasana to drilling boreholes ibiri aha kanyawawa kakumiro naho tongereho borehole ndijo, so those are 3 boreholes which we have so far drilled. Okay, so already tongera mezi menje mpasana ameza kutwine mpasana n'amezi menje munonga n'abantu bampasana tabunkazo tubakakora ki tubakagatunga. So boreholes tazo drilling we have so far yesterday we commissioning a power extension 1.8 kilometers the 3 phase kuza borehole ejo na borehole zezindi na borehole ya kabiri. So we have so far 3 boreholes. I need to ashangira konka they were vandalized, but we have added 3 more boreholes ari mpasana. So a project almost about 70% complete. So power extension is done, boreholes twahirize kuzitimba, pump house eruho, sump house eruho na tank eruho ebyayombekirwe ka Kumiro district local government. So itu tuongere hezo boreholes zina kugambira to extending amashanyarazi to already to about 3 kilometers za transmission line kurga borehole kuza tanka kuri ruguru za 6 inch tukazireyinga are this month za hwire. So turiyo tutegereze pipes ziriyo zija umbwire butarware za distribution zo kuyama izo mutanka zikagatwara umtown na nogajanja za umbantu about 15 kilometers which we expecting to distribute water within Mpasana. So teka kumkwezi kukubanza within this coming month project ya Mpasana will be 100% complete. Abantu bampasana town council baza ko baba mbatunga mezi marungi munonga kandi tutekateka kutwara mezi ngoga mwabo ko ani menji agampasana gatwara nkoko. So in the next financial year, we are planning to lay a bulk water transmission main from Pasana tank to Nkoko. Ako twaga pimirya ameza ga Pasana kutwine menji kandi abantu bampasana twagaheza kandi nabo twine challenges za mezi kuri Nkoko boreholes they are a little bit complicated. So we are planning to get water from Pasana no bikira yetengese twongere mwizi berindi Pasana tongera bungi wa mezi tugarete Nkoko. We are going to do that. So that's what we are doing as far as Pasana and Nkoko are concerned. Kungantekateka ngu are January project ya Mpasana iza kuba yahwire kandi abantu bampasana mbaza kuba bayine amazing marungi kandi tekateka ngu tsakutwara amazing ngogamwe tugatwara Nkoko abantu bankoko nabo koreki Nkoko tine system yona amazing. We have not done any project there. So but we are planning in the next financial they will also be covered. So we are already on top of the game national water. Hawokuba ikintu kiri ikuteza satisfaction kugira ngo twareba umuntu natunga amaze reliable 24/7. So that's what we are working towards and we're already on top of the game. So system zones twine no boreholes. Okay, no boreholes kano maboreholes nazo zini challenges ngombwire bumushana amaze gakendera zero reducing. We have a lot of challenges. Nicyo kiziba twinaka Kumiro town kansa umbwire bumushana ushanga amaze ngabura.
Wait, utakahikiraho ahabwenki mwatorine mu ezegomborora na town kansa zibabandize kubakwasa nk'aba national water bakabine challenge ya mizeri impango kusinga handi ninga.
No, it is at the discretion of the ministry at the request of the district. District niyo kwandikira ministry ngo ntwendeze town ezegombora ezeze muzikwaso gunogo muzikwaso national water muzikwaso umbrella ninga muzikwaso any other operator. So district ehandika ministry kurigiro bwetagwa I don't know, it's at their discretion. Ehandikira ministry ya water minister gazetting ahandika either arkwikiriza request ya district ninga konga district niyo kwandika niyo kushaba kugira ngo ezegombora izo town councils muri series operate yoba national water wa umbrella or what. You get it? So we have umbrella district waza Igayaza, waza Virembo, waza Kachindo, waza Chikwaya. You get it? So there is an umbrella there, isn't it? In those town councils. So it is at the discretion of the district and the ministry to gazette. Hakuito ezba kutugazeti ngirezwa gazetting about hereza. That's where our focus is. So anything outside that, it is outside our area of jurisdiction. So that's how we operate. So now ezo system zone and boreholes kandi boreholes turebere ngo tuziruriye not only in Kakumiro kongana mbichweke bindi across the country where we operate. Kombire bumushano ushanga tune challenges zamani ushanga meza gutune tugaru kumara. Like for example ezo system zone collectively zitereza about 450 liters 400,000 I mean 450,000 liters of water per day. Waza kukwata system ya Kakumiro, ukakwata system ya Kasambia, ukakwata system ya Chikura, ukakwata system ya Narweyo, ukakwata ya Chisita, zono kazigaita zitereza about 450,000 liters of water per day. But the demand for water across those town councils, water in Mpasana na Chunkokowea is about 3.6 million liters per day. You get it? We are getting 450,000 imitwara 85 liters imitwara 85 urizoba kurugombo system zobo bwa boreholes. Konka demand ya mezi urizoba across those town councils is about 3.6 million liters.
Ay mukorera international water.
Yeah. So that's a challenge that we have. That's a task that we have at hand. To meet that demand. To close this gap between it, you get it 3.6 million liters, we are getting 450,000 liters. So we still have a long way to go. So what are we doing as national water to close that gap? Tuturi ntubagambira ngo haine project turiyo ntukora already eriyo negendo mu maisho yo kuombeka water treatment plant River Ngusi. First of all, ground water tagaru kumara kandi tagaru reliable. Kunka Kakumiro district we are gifted also, we have surface water. We have our rivers around.
Yes.
We have Mpongo the other side. We have Ngusi. I think we also have, isn't it, twin river streams around. So that's where we are heading to tap into surface what? Water. Isn't it? So that's why we are going to construct a state-of-the-art water treatment plant at River Ngusi. River Ngusi, aha mutano gwa Kakumiro na Chebara bridge. So that's why we are going to get water from.
Yes.
Okay? So we're designing a plant. Ya capacity ilikuwasa kutereza ya design capacity ya plant is 5 million liters of water per day. Much as our current demand is about 3.6 million liters of water per day. So that demand, that plant is going to be having the capacity to supply to meet our current and future demand for the next 20 plus years. Because population, the population is growing, so we are not planning for the current population. We are going to plan for the next population. Ya Kakumiro miaka 23. Ugarenyi kugenda mu maisho neza kumenya ingana ki, and how much water shall we need? And that's what we are doing. Because National Water is a thinking organization. Is a thinking organization. Kitongo kiri kutekateka kandi kiri kurebera hari. So we cannot tukubasa kutegereza for the crisis to happen for us to wake up. Isn't it? We already see the problem or the challenges that we shall have in the next 20-30 years, the population of the district then, and that's what we are doing right now to make sure that by that time we have the capacity. We have the capacity to meet the current and future demand for the next 20-30 years. Water demand y'abantu bakakumiro in those areas. So we are already in advanced stages. We have already identified sites. Now we are in intake neza kubera area River Ngusa bridge ya Kakumiro na Chebare no tarata intake treatment plant neza kubera yarubuhungira wano za Kisengwe from Chumuro mutarambike that treatment plant itora bintu treating amazing tuga obstructing kuri hanze ga raw water tugatwara hariya treatment plant tuga treating then tugatoma reservoirs for consumption. So plant neza kubera yarubuhungiro, then we are going to construct 1.5 million liters of water per capacity tanker amasonda amurongota. Eitu ine tuliyontusa kujongera to the capacity of 1.5 million liters. Okay, amasonde. So tugai garja treatment plant gaje masonde, then garja masonde tuliyontusa kuombeka tanke ndijo kamsenene hariya wanoza kwikanko ko hariya 1.2 million liters of water tank. So gargaha gazeka kamsenene ekikumanyisa ngo abantu along that stretch baza kubana bakora ki batunga amezi ku road kamsenene tank, then garje kamsenene gaze nkoko tuyiho raine ndije from nkoko eze muitanzije tuyiho raine ndije gumizemu eze mpasana eze nkoko eze mpasana eze kisita eze narweyo eze kikora across all those. So it means that then line ndijo erije buhungira plant, because a plant then is serving abantu ba Kisengwe eze Kirundi eze Kasambia and those other areas, isn't it? So we are looking at a plant that has the capacity to cover the entire district. The entire district. So that's what we are doing, because the water that we have is not enough. The groundwater that we have been drilling aha Kanyawawa bwaho reje kitimbire Kanyawawa ningira tugitimbire nkameza 2 because the groundwater here in this area is very tricky. About what? So but even nameza kutungire is not what enough. So groundwater is not reliable, but that's why we are going that direction to tap on our potentials from river streams, and we get surface water to meet our current, to be in position to meet our current and future demand. So that's what we are doing as national water. Already to identifying reservoir sites where the various tanks are going to be, where the boosters are going to be, where all those sites we have already identified. We have already secured those sites. Okay, we are just now paying the project affected persons. So we already now in compensation. So design is our way. So just waiting for already sent it to the new budget this financial year. We have already started. Okay, and we are looking at the next 3+ years a project kwa Kosrichi kwa wera bantu bakumure kwa wine amazing. We shall not be having any challenges to do with water supply. Okay, we shall not be having any issues of unreliable water across our area of operation here in the district. So that's what we are doing as a national water, and our goal is to make sure that we have 100% coverage across all these towns where we operate, or the towns which have been entrusted to us by the Ministry of Water and Environment.
Okay, so mutakijire omagombora na town councils mukorera mu bwahatiya ni nka challenges ziheza abantu babire no facing kandi zimukorera ngo hatiya zihindukireho aha bwa national water.
Icyo kubanza areas is the water was not reliable. Water was not reliable. People would get water like once in a week, even sometimes 2 weeks without water, isn't it? But at least now, is between the people in position to get water every day.
Yes.
You get it? Because power would go, and that is the end of it. Power would go, and if gaje ndio unakuone na kuibiri Sunday yona, you get it. Kungata mashanyarazi gagenda at Kanyawawa here we have our standby generator.
Yes.
We switch on a generator and run and continue pumping and supplying and distributing water. So people here get water 24/7. Okay? Nagagenda it is just for a few hours, but we also communicate a few hours or 1 or a few minutes, and we restore. Mashanyarazi gagenda, we run the generator. Isn't it? To make sure that people get water 24/7. So the issue of unreliable water supply is now an issue of the past. So we still have challenges, I'm not saying, but interruptions zabaho just for a few hours. Maybe when we have a burst on our distribution or transmission mains, within a few hours we work on it because we have the materials, we have everything, we have the technical what, we work on it and restore water in the shortest time possible. Icyakabiri nebyo byaro where water was not reaching. Shanga abantu bakandi bagenda very long distances, 5 kilometers, 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer, isn't it? But now that time, that distance has been drastically reduced. Tusheshure is closer, as closer to the people as possible. So that distance has been reduced, that time has been saved, okay, and diverted into other productive economic what? Activities. Umwana kuyabe na argaisho meninga na barakushomo na argaisho meroka reninga na torekaisho menunga naza kuftaha mezi for that long distance. That time has been saved. Isn't it? And diverted into what? Serious academic work for those students, isn't it? But also the non-communicable, waterborne diseases. Abantu banyomezi gebshara, banyonente, banyonempunu or what? But now that issue has been solved, isn't it? And it has reduced the strain on government, because government invests a lot of money in these projects, isn't it? Ninga where it was not Oshanga, because of these diseases, there is influx of what? Yabantom marwar, however way that are waterborne related, that can be avoidable. Isn't it? Maybe that burden in the hospitals has reduced. Government has saved money and resources, and basically that is the impact. But also the time, that productive time, has been saved and diverted to do other productive economic activities. Isn't it? So to me, that's the most important. That's the most important. But also to make sure that people are now getting water 24/7 rather than once in a week, rather than once in 2 weeks. People are now getting water 24/7. Little as it is, we still have areas where we still don't have water, enough water. Yes, we have drilled the borehole. We are going to operationalize it. Go out to Gonjera grid. It's going to have give us some good mileage. It's a very, very, very big improvement as far as water supply is concerned. And we are looking forward through those interventions, long-term interventions. There's a water treatment plant. Network twayongera amezi mengi mu network kunga also twayongera extending amezi, because that project we are going to do the water treatment plant is going to be about 130 kilometers. 130 kilometers network. Already 18 is 100 and what? 30. Yeah. But that project itself, the project of the Terminaza distribution and what is going to be 130 plus kilometers. And that's a very big mileage. That's more villages reached, more people served, okay? More Ugandans served, and that's the implication. And that's what we are doing as far as national water is concerned.
Bo abantu abarukwenda mizi nibijabata nibe like noshanga nkoko urukureba mizi gayijaho bitaba kwenda mizi ngataho makagabo bari bace kuko kuri amashanyarazi mbweno amashanyarazi nigijagara bo bitkano shange bikondo nibicira mu mbuga z'abantu amashanyarazi gataro bo abarukutasya mizo mu majugabo bemerire bata.
Yes, we people applying for water. Abantu bariyo bashaba kuko nanagambire twinheriting about connections Rwanda. Rwanda 15 kuko turi mu 18. Chikoreka ngo abantu bariyo bejumbira mukora ki umukushaba amezi. Abantu bamanyira burungi bw'amezi nenki, abantu bariyo bejumbira mukushaba amezi. Nabantu bahiye kutambala long distances. So we are getting very many applications every day. So people are applying for water. We are connecting as many people as possible into our grid. Okay? So I can say abantu, we are through our sensitization, through those initiatives, people are applying for connections, and we are connecting them into our grid. But that is work in progress. We still have a lot of work to do, especially sensitization. Tukina abantu mu communities zeta kuteka ngomezi gashime kuba gari yagabusha. Really? You get it? People expect water to be for what? For free, I think, yes, but we have not yet reached there as a country. Yes, in some countries, especially developed countries, noza kushanga ezo services they are for free. In some countries, not all. But in Uganda is a developing country. Tutkashira reve yo kugira ngo umunya Uganda we natunye amashanyarazi gabusha tunga amezi gabusha, we are still developing. So tukore na mani economy yite kure, tutunge sente, ihanga rite tutunge sente. Maybe you never know umbwire bo mwisho, but as of now we have not yet reached there. Kunga tikina abantu abakine mentality kugira ngo amezi gashime ko gari gabusha. Water should be for what? Agana amezi ga government, it is the government, and therefore it should be free water. Not at all. National water business model yitu ngira bingira mu gyetegereza. Ebintu bitukora byona ebinagambira ebitukozere ebituriyo planning gukora ejo project etukuza kora ya Rivankusi. It minimum neza kuba netenga about 50 billions minimum.
Sente nyingi munonge, isn't it?
Minimum 50 what? 50 billions. That's a lot of money. But most of these projects are financed through our internally generated revenue. Through our corrections. That's what most of the money that we use to buy pipes, to do those projects, to extend water where it is not, through our what? Our internally generated revenue. So government rarely gives us money. Ako sente collecting zo tukozesa kushashura imishara y'abakozi, zo tukozesa kushashura amashanyarazi, zo tukozesa gura chemicals, kandi oshanga na tarifu yetu itukucharginga kare take covering the 100% cost of production. Ako kwani costinga 58 ku producing unit ya maize kujiha plant ninga bwa kukuretero wa umuka 58 nachi na runana kunga highest tariff yitu ine commercial 58 na 10
ndikuma isarushanje nizifera
wachite highest tariff ne yitu ine 58 na 10 highest tariff kunga twine tariffs that as low as that inkaza PSPs community taps shinji 10 na nkaga rukumi na nkaga unit ya unit PSP ya unit ya maize unit in liters rukumi 1000 liters isn't it? Kunga no shanga PSPs ntuziguza shingi rukumi na nkaga kunga nchinko stinge 15 na zinga na runana kukureta meza kugasyo wa umuka. You get it? So already that's a loss of 4,000 plus. A domestic 10 na bishatu kunga nchinko stinge 15 na zinga nchikostinga national note 15 na zinga na runana. You get it?
Yes.
So our tariff is not a full cost recovery what? Tariff. That's what it means. It's not a full cost recovery tariff. So this sentence kucharginga, just covering a cost of production. This ka treating amazing. This ka shashura amashanyarazi, this ka shashura abakozi, this ka gura pipes. Maybe tukora chi tukora national. And those things national need to tukora national. Government doesn't give us money to pay for power, to pay for salaries, isn't to do most of the projects that we do. And that's our business model, isn't it, as national water? But still people no shanga bantu bakineteka water should be for what? And you mark this, the bill that you pay, you're not paying for water.
We are paying for what?
You're not paying for water. Because nashitogaiha whether from Rivankusa itukuzagaiha ningo muri Victoria itugaiha mu aba Kampala, we don't pay for it, but you pay for the service. Isn't it? You pay for the service. For that cost of treating that water from the form that it is itugaiha to the form that it reaches you, that is fit for human consumption. You pay for the power that pumps that water 24/7. You pay for, you get it, that pipe coverage, you pay for that service. That's what you pay for. But you don't pay for water because you also don't buy that water where you get it from. Isn't it? So you pay for the service. You don't pay for, we don't sell water, you just pay for the service. But if you are to pay, then water would be very expensive. So there is nothing like free water.
even now boreholes zo kuchunda ze mukono, you now pay for some money for maintenance. Watch it again. You pay for some money, you pay some money for maintenance. Now it's no longer for free. Hakuhati kekuendeka, now it is those water user committees are forming are now responsible for the what? Because for sustainability purposes. For sustainability what? Purposes. Now even boreholes, even those springs, people pay some money. Those for in those villages, people pay some money. So it's no longer for what? So there's nothing for, like free water. Tunekwikiriza ngo site kuzire kakumira yite kuzire ejo era yo kunyomezwe bushara and what it is, isn't it? Now the challenges are totally different, isn't it? The challenges are totally different. Abantu nwenda they want that kind of convenience and it comes at a cost. Isn't it? It comes at a cost, but so far so good.
So wagira muri mukora sensitization abantu bariyo no responding abata sensitization zezo kurangwa abantu bahinduka amizi batandika gashashura batandika gakuma gone bagakuma ninga.
Yes, they do, though with some challenges. Okay, so sensitization ningo kwegeza abantu ni kushobora abantu kwetegereza. It's not a one day thing. Tumurimo kubasa gukora mwizo barumo mazo babiro mwaka. It is work in progress. It is something that should be done continuously. And that's what we are doing. Tukabasa kugira ngo nazo mcyaro na cyiciro cyiko na because abantu bona tubakuza kwisha. Leta meetings abamwe babura kwisha. Twatoro muyitanzije yesterday but one for these new systems. Twayetori chiko kunga we had about abantu nkangaga. Abantu nkangaga nshano connection zonka ziri muri 2023. So kimanisa ngo abantu bona nabone connections bona tubareze. Isn't it? Kunga tukuza kugira ngo nakiso chiko cyakomaho. You keep on doing what? Through various platforms. Those village meetings, you go through radios, you sensitize people, kanisa, you sensitize people. Ayuashanga congregation, you have to pass on the message. So it is work in progress through our house engagements, because we have our field teams. We always do what we call house to house. You move house to house and you sensitize the public about various water-related issues, and that's the approach that we have adopted, and it has proved to be very, very, very effective. Because when you move house to house, you find people there, and you give them time, and you pass on the message, and people have always responded, and that's what has actually helped us so much. But it is something that we are doing continuously, and that we shall continue to do, to make sure the message penetrates deeper into those villages. Buri umwe amanye ubujunanizi bwawe icyanya gukora, roles and responsibilities, and what is our role and responsibilities, because that's not it has not been because of our own. It's because of that kind of collaboration, that kind of support that we have gotten from the community, from the leaders, from, isn't it? So it is a journey that we must work together, that we are going to work together, isn't it? To achieve the objectives of government and the objectives of national water, to make sure that water reaches everywhere. So it is a journey that all of us are going to work together. We can't do it alone. We have to do it collectively. But it is something that is going to continue, that we are going to continue doing. Every day, that's what we do.
Tugambe hariezi projects eziri solar powered systems nago gari under national water ninga kandi go gari under national water systems eziriyo nizikora bata.
Okay, buri system yona eitwine shimekuine alternative source of energy. Tamashanyarazi gonga abo ku mashanyarazi tugarurirayo hatugaruho the next 2 hours tugaruho omwega marizo bagatakozere ki tugaruho kandi umanya water power supply directly affects water production and supply. Amashanyarazi gagataruho, then water is not there, because power is our primary input. Yes, watch it, but power is not yet reliable. isn't it? So that's why where there is where we have power, we should be having another alternative source of energy. I think Kanyawawa Hakakumiro, we don't have solar system, but we have a standby generator. So when there is no power, we switch on the generator. As in stations, there is power, but there is also a solar what? There is also a solar system, isn't it? So when the weather is favorable, instead of switching on power, we use the solar energy to optimize energy costs, to optimize power. So mshana gwaguru murungi, we run the solar system. So gwagu taru murungi nkati nka weather jero tukara ninga solar teka kora. Okay, we switch on power. At least there is an alternative source. Kunga kugira ngo abantu bagumana batunga maize 24/7 abo kumuntu kuza kumugambira nawe itaro mushana amashanyarazi gagenda, there is no water, isn't it? So as an operator we have to look for plan B, isn't it? Kugira ngo 24/7 whether there is no power, there is solar. When the solar is not there, we have power. At least biona tukagenda murundu. Where there is no solar system, we have a standby generator. So in Kakasambia, we have power, we have solar. Chikora, we have power, we have solar. Narrow recently, we didn't have the solar system, but Tomako Guire, Takata solar system. Narrow. So now most of the time actually we run the solar system because they are very, very effective. Whether you're nunji. Sita tukatu twagitwara ka ari challenges z'amashanyarazi. Ako na transformer itu abintu kozesa kisita ikere shared with the community. Transformer amashanyarazi aga kisita transformer was shared with community. Hatu kisita, you know, it's a very busy town. Hari ebyoma byomwane ebyoma by'chori aba welding using the same transformer air pumping amazing. So shanga n'amashanyarazi agutwine a pump match as amashanyarazi gagaruko kongo shanga amashanyarazi garumake munonga. The voltages are very low to run the water pumps. Ukwa pumps nzenda amashanyarazi menshi for them to run. Kunga shanga tukatune issues of low voltages. Kungo gumwaka because we extended our own independent power connection and have our own transformer now. At least now we have enough water. Enough power. So issues of low voltages have been solved. We don't have those issues now. Machines to get no mwingi, but we don't have an alternative source of what? Of energy. So machines gaga genzire, then there's no pumping in Kisita. But in this financial year, we have planned it for the next financial year. We are going to install also a solar system at Kisita Bo. We are going to install a solar system in Kaya Narweyo. We have solar running. Even in Pasana, yes, we have extended power there, 1.8 kilometers, but also in the next financial we plan to have a solar system. Okay, so that when there is no power, we have solar. So that 24/7 we are pumping water. Okay, na hatari soranka nyechura amashanyarazi gagatarho tutamashanyarazi, we continue pumping water kugira ngo abantu iburari y'amezi yakora ki yarga. Okay, so the solar systems are all up and running where we have installed them, and they are working very well, and it has helped us optimize on energy. Okay.
So nshonga yamukuba murabya za pipes zanyu abantu nibazigardinga batakani ba responding batakubahe myanya ejo kugira ngo connectivity yiyonge.
Abantu tubene buzibu, abantu nibenda service. Abantu nibenda service. Okay, kandi tukurabya pipes zona, we don't compensate anyone. People have been responding and people have been supporting. So imagine undamizo wawe kunka pipe nera bamwita ya neighbor yaga kwima. How do you feel? So sometimes it depends on the relationship iwe nka client yini na neighbors ba. So neighbor yanga kwereza mezi yanga kwereza umuhanda, we don't. tutkarabya amezi mbaza mwe sortinga then mwaheza kuikirizana then we give you a connection, isn't it? So it depends on the relationship between n'abantu. Hauko pipe zetu zirabo mataka g'abantu. Yes, we always mihanda kunka niwashanganira abo mataka g'abantu. Wachitegereza, but people have no problem. They have been responding, they have been so supportive. Oh, of course a few issues, but ushanga it is just issues between neighbors. Shanga hato muntu mwine issues na wewe chibanonda mezi na kwatza, but we always engage them. We always sit them down through with the support of the LCs. They've been so supportive. We don't have those issues, are not common, they are not there. Okay, so the community has been so supportive as far as tourism hand is concerned. Of course, we have been having some issues of vandalism. Vandalism. You had those issues. Bakatema pipes zaita hakanyawaza transmission is kuleta mezi masonde. A very big stretch bazitema bazitwara. So those issues have been there not only here but across the country, but you continue to sensitize the community. As a project, these are national water, these are government projects, projects. So they should own it. They should own them, not look at them as projects of government of national water, but as their projects. Akokuwa atemere pipe says that kamara almost 4 days. Town yona town kanso yona kakumire 10 days. You get it? The 4 days without, and that week the president was coming for the Thanksgiving of the Prime Minister. So you get it? So there was a very big crisis. But at the end of the day, the two abantu were affected. It is we abantu were affected.
So abenshi abantu izi projects bacyazireba keza government keza bitongore batakwenda kufayo kumanya ngo egi project ne yanje in one way or the other niyo rabe affected yatunga ekizibu
ningira ngona nagambire n'ikintu maybe abantu bakenda kushomesebwa bakenda kushomesebwa munonga kureba ngo bayetegereza the importance of those projects neza abahi kandi za kuyamba ba abantu abamwe njya okushomesebwa ningira ku tukabere kwa mani kandi kuna nagambira okushomesebwa twizo barumwe tukamazo babiri. It is something that should be done continuously, and it is why our focus is to continuously sensitize the public, both we as national as government, okay, but also the local leaders, the leadership, abebembezi both political and technical, kongera kushomesa abantu that to own up those projects, look at them as their projects, as theirs. Kuko ushimekuwa no protecting a property yawe wawe nk'umuntu nuko ushimekuwa no protecting your property, because you're the ultimate beneficiary. What in amazing kugira ngo president ahari you get it is you. But at the end of the day, these are actions of few people, but at the end of the day they affect the entire community. But it is sensitization gap, it is just creating civic awareness kurengwa abantu bayongera kwetegereza the importance of those projects and to know that it is their responsibility to guard them, to protect them, and to make sure they are secured.
Okay, turiyo ntwirira kuhendera ikiganiro eki okwezi oku mu commissioning project ya I think 18.5 billion shillings. Ije project ya mizecho tujara masiko ngune kumara ekizibu ninga muza kwitaga kongeraho na project eje ndije yuwagambe ya ngose nayo ne cyayitagisibwa kamwitanzije na nebicweke binde byo goborro project eje biro commissioned.
It's happy time, bathing time, bulira bulungi, I feel so nice, sing cho 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 cho, again cho 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 cho,
ubu waffe kafulu mu kujjanjaba endwadde ez'ensusu zonna mu bato n'abakulu gamba ng'embalabe obuwere ebiguuna kyogero habo soap ne kyogero habo jeri biri mu sayizi ez'enjawulo ennene n'entono bisangibwa mu maduuka gonna mu ggwanga kyogero ly'essuubi ly'ensusu zaffe. Adura Modo Pre and Primary School neishomero rukushanga mu makenke omururembo rwambarara kandi abinugegese bwo mutano aharurengo rwa kindergarten otiriho na primary kuruga P1 okwihikare P7 eishomero ryine day na boarding aho abeji bamwe bari kushomana bataha kandi abandi bakarara hishomero ogoteberwe ngunu batunga n'intambara okubihoma kagabo mu kasheshe no kubagarayo mu mwabazyo. Adura Modo Pre and Primary School batire sara akureba ngo babangura umwana wawe omichwe n'emitwaraze ebyo bwegese burungi kureba ngo bamuhe umusinge murungi kandi binabashomese merya otireho n'embuga y'eshanzere aho bana barukuzanira bakikikaniso bwongo school fees ninge bishare by'ishomero nubasira buryomwe uryo muzire ningo mukuza tunga admission y'umwana wawe okuruga y'ishomero mu makenke okurugo rwo kubanza okusirwa mukaga shayibiri zakasheshe okwisya shayi kumene mwezo mu mwabazyo sente za registration n'emitware shati yonka umusende shiringe ya Uganda nyabara witwara umwana wawe Aduramo Modo Pre and Primary School otiza kwefuza.
Every journey begins with a strong foundation, from bridges that connect us to power that drives our future, from towers that shape our skyline to railways that carry our stories. From welcoming gateways at Entebbe to the roads that open our protected lands, to the landmarks that define who we are. One name that holds it all together. Built strong, built to last. Built with Hima Cement.
twakwakira hari King Caesar University itendekero ry'ururengo rwa hiyo kandi obwa hateryine chata okutendeka beji bona aharurengo rwa Africa tekuretera mishomo nyamwingi erya rurengo rwa degree aharimu ka medicine and surgery, law, business administration, applied economics, computer forensics, petroleum geoscience nendijo minji. Twine nendijo mishomo ya diploma in clinical medicine, community health, global business nezindi kosi nyamwinji ahari King Caesar University hati nobasakoresa intex ibiri zonka iyo kwa kana neo kwa munana nyensia yawe hinduke na munonga wamara kusharaho shanga hari proti 22 King Caesar Road Gaba Kampala ningo teresimu ya noti 200 rwendi 11 250 ningo twikirira kibanja chite cha website www.kcu.ac.ug. King Caesar University, igniting the future.
In the neighborhood, near stagnant water and mosquito breeding sites, malaria lurks, always waiting to strike. But fear not, for here comes Mr. Vaxa, the ultimate protector against malaria. For years, malaria has been one of the biggest threats to children under 5, making them weak and even putting their lives at risk. But now, the government is introducing a new solution, the malaria vaccine. The malaria vaccine is now in the routine immunization schedule. The malaria vaccine is administered in 4 doses. At 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and 18 months. This vaccine will provide extra protection against severe malaria. And don't forget, routine immunization protects children from many deadly diseases. Every vaccine matters. Visit the nearest health facility for routine immunization services today. Mr. Vaxa, the malaria vaccine is free, safe, and ready to protect our children. Will you join the fight and complete all 4 doses? For more information, call the Ministry of Health on 0800-100-066. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
Hey, Makobore High School Rukunjiri, Ernishomero, Ergabojo Bonka, Eri Barukushoma, Barukurarayo, Bine Ona Erevo, Nibejesa Arts na Sciences, Bine Computer na Science Laboratories.
Ubuzima beji bona nibayikira yiguru, administrators na staff n'abahangu batendekirwe kurungi. Ishomero riryamusinje gwedini kandi abeji bona nibegesi bw'emice nibaresi bwa kurungi. Ebyo kwirinda birije.
Hey, Makobore High School ni ishomero erukunda ebyemizano nka football, basketball, volleyball, handball, otebirwe nebya music, dance and drama. Makobore High School twehireyo okubasa kushomesa omwana w'omwojo akaba wo mugasho nyensya nirishangwa rukunjira municipality aha mushozi g'obureberezi obwa North Kigezi Diocese oburukwebemberwa Bishop Onesimus Asimwe.
Mureta beji emyanya etakahwireyo moto yabo ni Ascendimas. Ebiri kukiraho tera noti mushanju notemwe nkaga ni 5 noti ina hatano ni 3 ninga noti mushanju 5 nkaga na mushanju anana mwenda nshanju ni 3 ninga noti mushanju 82 nkaga na mukaga hatano ni 4 makumyana.
Okay, that was a project ya Ministry of Water and Environment yakoze is a flagship project sezinagambira mwitanzije Chikora, Birembo, Kigayaza, Kachindo na Chikwaya. So collectively at about 7.5 billions. I mean 18 point something billions. Abo kwa projects za Birembo, Kigayaza, Chikwaya, Kachindo, it's about 11 billions. Is a Exim Bank because they have different funders. Exim Bank. So it's on projects as a Exim Bank, but which were given to the umbrella. So project ya Mwitanzija and Chikora were funded by the World Bank worth 7 point something billions. So collectively, yes, they are 18 billions. Kunka still, the water is not what?
Demand charia yiguru.
Demand charia yiguru. Wao wanaanza kushanga nanga ya Mwitanzijeria. I mean ya iga ya Birembo is about 10 cubic of water. Chikwaya is about 50 something cubics. This is about 60 cubics. Then Kachindo is also about 10 plus. It's about 70. Mwitanzija is about 24. These are how many? 90. The other one is 24. So 100 plus cubics which have been added. 100 plus cubics. Can cubic yame is na kuyantermu 1000 liters. So in terms of liters, these are how many liters?
Lita nyingi. Sitage kibaru cyamire.
It's about 100,000.
Okay.
Liters. Okay, it's gate of 450. These are about 500 liters. And yet we need how much? Izina gamba eza Mwitanzija I mean eza iga za what za staru. Is it zonke izina gamba we need 3.6 million liters. So hatu waga itahoziria. Is a district yona, it's quite a lot of water that we need.
Okay.
So it's not going to solve the problem 100%. They are not going to solve the issues of water supply or ensure 100% water supply reliability. Not. We still have a long way to go.
Lindejo project ejeri permanent.
Yes. I believe it's going to be a game changer as far as the water supply regime district Tejo is concerned.
Okay. Challenges
these ones we call them short term what? Interventions. These are projects is to solve the problem in a short what? In a short term, in a short run, the next 1 year to what? How you cannot wait for project here kuza kutwara imyaka 3 or sometimes 5 kujimara kugira ngo abantu batunga meza rukakomera. That's why we have added another well. Because that one is very fast. You can do it very fast and very cheaply. That's why we have added another well here in Kakumiro. Kugira ngo tuongere ahubunji bameza ubukozereki kuvuga tugira ngo nizibere tuongere unza kumara hobuzo bwameza mu Kakumiro town council. No. Because the groundwater is not enough. But that's why we are looking at those long term what measures long term interventions ezakubaasa kumaraho obuzibu bw'amaizi omu district yetu kutwariza hamwe 100%.
Okay, ko kuba ine cyasigarayo hari challenges zimu kufacinga nk'aba national water tuzirabemo rero kandi tumaririze hamwe na impact ya national water hangireho omurika kumero as a district.
Challenges ezinyitwa twazigambireho nka challenges z'amashanyarazi and reliable power. So it's not only in Kakumiro ni Hungariana, because now we have UDCL and there are those transitional issues. Imana yo in challenges za yonkayo, you cannot blame it because transition nukweta. So the power we have is not stable, and the power supply, if power is not stable, then water expect water to be unstable, especially where there is no alternative sources of energy. So amashanyarazi ngateganisa munonga kandi gagataruho we run on a generator, and the generator that is quite a lot of money. Our operation costs tend to be so high. Most of the time we find ourselves running on a generator. Operational costs across our area of operation, our operation costs about 50-60 million per month. About 65 actually on average million per month, millions. Let's take on operational costs. Unko shanga to correcting a million ashita maximum makumian. Even our revenues that we get cannot cover even the operational costs. But this is government. This is a government entity. This is government. We are not after making profits. We are after serving, giving the people the service at whatever cost. So, but that's the issue of power. Another issue of vandalism of infrastructure. We still have those cases. We still have those issues, especially in Kasambi. And it comes back to the issues of what? Ownership. Isn't it? So those are the challenges that we still have as a national Takmunka. Also, we have those operational challenges, especially Abantara Kuiba Maize. Connections through other measures. Abantara Maize. On average here, Kakumiro across our area of operation is about 30-40%. 30%. Chirkumanisa we lose 30%, 35% of the water that we do what? That we produce. So 35% of the water we produce is lost through various ways. Abantabargeiwa is one of them, but it's the biggest contributor. We don't have many leakages. Leakages are there, but we always, as and when we identify them, we always look for them and address them in real time. They shouldn't be contributing to that much, but we have had very many cases. That's non-revenue water losses. It's one of the biggest challenges we have. Of course, in growing areas, in the new areas like this, we always expect those challenges. As Manuel Shangayo, and getting them takes time, but it is something that we also is challenging us, especially in Kakumiro Town Council. Nabantu abatarukunda kushashura maize. Abantu it is a struggle.
Kuza kushashura bills zabo.
Bills are maize, yes, it's a struggle. Abantu, we have our debt age, our areas are also what? Because people don't, they find it hard to pay for water. They still think that water should be for free. And when they don't pay, it also constrains our capacity to continue extending services or to extend services where they are not. Because we do that, we extend services, we buy pipes, we do those projects through our internally generated revenue. It also affects us really. It constrains our hands are tied and we cannot extend water to where it is not. We cannot provide the service at the a level that we were supposed to do. It constrains us because a sentence to cause sun zo and washashura biri yawe nikiyamba umuntu wo mu cyaro kwa hanso ko atakatungira amezi nawo gukora ki kutunga amezi ati wotashashura biri yawe no that's being selfish, isn't it? No wafura uri umuntu nawo gukora ki. So we appeal to those people, we appeal to everyone to make sure that by taking issues zo kushashura bill zabo seriously. National water tinka UDC ninga umeme ninga UDC no shashura amashanyarazi utaka before you use it unganyo ni kuhereza meza ibanje for 30 days, and after 30 days when you get your bill expect you to do what? We expect you to pay. So we have those challenges, but we every day we are working towards addressing them.
Okay, tumaririze ikiganiro iki ikigambo cya muheru, tumaririze ikiganiro iki
ikigambo cya muheru niyenda kusima abantu beitu bakasima beitu bakakumiro abo support emitaire kari kutuhereza nyenda kusima bebembezi. The political leaders have been so supportive. The technical district has been so supportive. Everyone has been so supportive. I want to thank you so much. Ebitukozere nahabwanyu nabo support yanyu nabo bagize bwanyu nabo babuze bwanyu abo kuba we also need to abantu we make mistakes, isn't it? So we want to thank you everyone, but we want to also assure you that yes, the challenges are there. Kunka, we already have plans underway. We're already doing everything possible kurengo amaze aigataga shire gahikaho through the interventions ezinabagambira. Nyenda kubashaba kumuntu kwatanisa, kubashaba kumamuthabura, kubashaba gumana supporting age kitongore kureba ngo tona tukwatanise twamaraho ikizobu cya maze umuri district yite yakakomera. But so far so good. We promise to continue working with you. We promise to continue serving you to you up and beyond your expectations. Mwebare munombe.
Okay, arukutureba aha tayari ikiganiro kitureka tukihenderera aha twaturiyo tuganira nshonga z'amizi om district yakakumira mizi n'amagara. So wareba mizi gakwikaho gakoreseje uyongere kandi ukutunga amagara marungi. Nyondo Onesimus turihabwe yongere kuratera program zitu hano ya tayari DStv uyongere kutureba butosha kandi icyo uri gukora nkibashije cyo muhendo munonga.